Good afternoon, folks. End of another day on the Great Rugby Run. Tim Tunnicliffe here, and end of day 10 of the Great Rugby Run. Just an easy 20 miles today. Feel like I'm eased off a little bit, and I'm here at the wonderful Hamilton Rugby Club. Look at that. What a place. And you'll notice the elevation from up here because I'm on an outside viewing platform which is next to the bar overlooking the first team pitch. And those of you that know me well will know that this is one of my favourite things in any rugby club. But we're going to go and look for some more things now and talk to some people here at Hamilton RFC. Hello, good man. What's your full name and
Hi.
what do you do here at Hamilton?
I am Jack Ryan. I am the president of the club.
Thank you very much for welcoming me here today.
Oh, you're very welcome to be
Thank
here.
you. Jack, let's go inside and have a little tour of the clubhouse, shall we?
Sure, we'll do.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Okay, so this here is our main function room, multi-function sort of room. I have functions for various things. We've got a bar. We've actually got two club managers in here at the moment. This is Nick, who is our long-serving club manager who retired this year, and Tony's just gone through the back.
Two club managers, that's showing off.
And actually, when we come to talk about some things over here, this man's probably the best man to tell us when we talk about the stuff over here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's used pretty much, quite busy 2 or 3 nights a week. The rest of the time uses just an after-match function.
Yeah, and this adds to your revenue as a club, right?
Well, it's the thing that drives it. Obviously, you need money to run a rugby club, and this generates the funding because there's really just not enough money around. We've got sponsorship and everything else, but really to keep the place ticking over, we need the income from the bar and from function.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay, let's wander over here because I was recently at Kilmarnock Rugby Club, and there they had caricatures on the wall for one team, and I'd never seen it before at that point. But here at Hamilton, they've got 1, 2, 3 of them. So tell me, get this out of the way.
Okay. Well, the man probably to tell you most about these, this is Nick Schaschke, who was club manager for 20 years.
Okay,
and
nice to meet you, Nick.
Connection to all these. So
yes,
Nick.
All the caricatures it was my father that drew them.
Oh wow,
yes.
Amazing.
So starting there, moving on, and there's only one thing that seamlessly goes between them all is I'm in them all.
Really?
Yes, it's nepotism.
So this one's, the one on the left is 1977, and then 2004, 5, and 1998 over there. So point yourself out in this one. Let's have a look.
And this one, the early one, when I was 21, that's me.
Just there at the front. Fabulous stuff. And were they done for any specific reasons on those years, or was it just?
No, it's just my father's. Was very good at caricaturing, and he wanted to do something for the club, so he worked on that, and that was it. So yes, and then he was asked to do again the championship one. He was specifically asked to do that, and he did. So yeah, it was something he enjoyed doing.
Yeah, and it's really, well, I was going to say unique. It's not unique, but it's very, very rare.
Yes, it's a talent that and he had the time, so he did it.
Yeah, fabulous stuff. Okay, thank you very much, Jack. Let's go through. Where were we going to go next?
Okay.
Oh yeah, through to the other
room through here. Again, this is again part of the function room, but it's used for functions, but mainly for after matches and after training. We make sure that the teams have a bit of grub after each of the training sessions, and it costs them £1, and they get a huge bowl of pasta or whatever is going on that night, and people have their various buffets and what have you. And we try and keep the guys away from stealing people's buffets after matches.
I bet that's difficult.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. And we've got 1 or 2 things. We don't have as much up in the club. We'd like to get more on the walls here to represent the various teams at different stages, not just the caricatures. But we've only got 1 or 2 things. It's one of my objectives over next year, is to get an awful lot of the history back up in the club. This is one of the things here that's really quite good. It's our under 18 team that won the Scottish Bowl 2013, and what's important about that is I think there's maybe 9 guys who are still playing from that time. I think there's 4 of them playing tomorrow, and so but we invest an awful lot in our youth system, and it's great to see these guys continuing to play.
Yeah, having that continuity through the club is
Yeah.
so important. So before we move on, just tell me a little bit about how you're getting the youth, because I understand it's not that easy in this area.
No, it's Hamilton is a traditional football area. So you've got you've got Hamilton Accies. Sorry, you've got Hamilton Accies as the local team, but that's not really competition. It's really Rangers and Celtic.
Right, of course.
So and I myself, the neighbourhood I grew up in, it was only football. So to get into rugby was something quite different. But back in my day, at least when you went to high school, there were teams at every single age group. Now there's no rugby in the high schools unless we do it ourselves. So what we have done is we've recruited a development officer. In fact, we're now in our fourth development officer. It's just about to start, and that starts the, if you like, the conveyor belt. It's come in at primary 1, and as a lot of these guys did actually, and they stay with us hopefully till seniors. You know, you maybe recruit about 500 kids over a couple of years, and then that whittles down, and eventually you've got about 10 players who stick with it, or maybe go into university or other clubs. But it's a lot of work.
I was going to say, you don't have that natural flow. You have to really go out and generate those.
Yeah. The great thing is, though, we've got something like 64, 65 parent coaches, who are ex-rugby players or just dads. They just got involved, and they go through all the various training courses with the SRU. We put our own stuff on. To see the number of people here is quite incredible, just as volunteers. Yeah. Compared to some other clubs who perhaps are better known than us and have greater resourcing, but they don't invest anything in the youth. They just basically cherry pick.
Right.
So, bit of a bone of contention. Let's not get into that.
Okay, let's go and look at some of these shirts on the wall over here. So I'm going to show the people first, and you can talk it through. This is a Scotland under 20 jersey, and I think most people will recognise that name, Johnny Gray there. So tell me a little bit about Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny came to us for a year. He's an East Kilbride boy, and he then went on to Cambuslang and SRU. When they picked him up, he obviously he's brother of Richie, and he came to us for a year of development, and then went on obviously to Curry. The interesting thing about it, the next shirt is the guy that used to teach him at high school. Right. Is Richard Maxton.
Okay, we'll just show this one. There we go, Richard Maxton.
Richard, known to most people as Pepsi, quite a literal sort of sort of use of the nickname. But Pepsi was one of the coaching team up until recently. But he trained here or grew up here as a player. But on he went to Warriors. He was. I think Stu Mel. He's been around. He's a bit of a tart. He went to town, but a real, a kind of real foundation of the modern game at Hamilton is Pepsi, and actually a mentor to Johnny.
Right.
Not only as a teacher at school, but also at the club here.
Yeah. And you're telling me that he's basically the same age as Al Kellogg.
Yeah. I think he suffered that he came up at the same time as somebody just happened to be a bit broader than he was, but a hell of a player. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Now let's have a look. So we've got all the club captains up here on the wall, founder members, but I want to focus on this one because club presidents. I mean, can we get in there? The first club president was the actual Duke of Hamilton.
Yeah. So this land that we're on was part of the Duke of Hamilton's estate, and it was. I think the school here at Hamilton, it's now Hamilton Grammar, but it was Hamilton Academy, and at that stage it was the school playing fields. And I was saying earlier, we all had to pay £50 a year to keep for the upkeep of this piece of ground, and my mother was never ever pleased with that £50. However, we were offered the land some time ago, chose not to take it. Predates my time, but the council owns the land now. It's gifted over to the people of Hamilton, and we've got something like a 95-year lease at a peppercorn rent. So, but it's allowed us to do an awful lot. We've got probably one of the best facilities, certainly in Lanarkshire, if not in the south of Scotland, southwest Scotland.
I've got to say, when I first walked in here, and I'm still feeling the same, it feels fantastic. You come in up the clubhouse and then overlooking the pitch, it is wonderful. So I'm also very interested in this shirt here because this is a bit of a random one in a Scottish clubhouse. This is a Dutch national jersey.
Yeah.
Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so actually, a gentleman we just met there before we came in, that's he's a former president, that's Ian Smith.
Okay.
So Scott is Ian's son, who went across to Holland to work for Nike. He kind of hitched up at Hilversum and eventually ended up coaching there, but in the meantime he got himself a game and a national cap for the national side. So yeah, Scott's a long-time member of the club. He was up back here recently playing in an old boys match as well.
Yeah.
It's strange to think of him as an old boy, because I remember him as a 16-year-old, so
Yeah.
I'm now feeling old. But well, we've got people all over the place, which is pretty good. But that one is quite random. It's quite random.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, was there anything else? We're going to show the this trophy cabinet is about as full a trophy cabinet as I think I've ever seen. Look at that. Absolutely rammed full of silver and trophies and stuff.
Yeah.
Here, mate. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that are in here.
Well, there's a few national championship plates. There's also some youth awards. There's Club of the Year awards. We've got a couple of those. We were the Warriors Club of the Year recently. But some of the biggest trophies here are actually competitions that were put on by the local authority and ran for one season. Biggest cup in there. Ran for one season, we won it, still got it. We'll keep it forever. But a healthy cabinet, which we'd like to see start to expand again, hopefully this season.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the back there. Is that a Wallabies jersey stuck at the back?
Yes. Again, what the history of that is, I don't know.
It's almost like a curtain at the back.
we could do with a club historian, to be honest, but we're never sober enough to do that.
Right. Okay. Before I go and talk to the other person we're going to talk to, is there anything else that you want to say or add, or anything about Hamilton Rugby Club?
No, I think that's it really.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else other than the personal complaints I might make about the way the game is run in Scotland.
Send them to the SRU.
Yeah, I will do. Okay, right, that's great.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Jack.
Right.
Okay, that was brilliant. Let's go and find another person. I can see him down here, down by the stand now. I only just met Jack for the first time half an hour ago, but the man we're going to go and talk to now, I first met in 1998. That's a long time ago.
Oh my God.
Down in London, and that's Mr. Steve Anderson, who was first 15 captain at Old Cough Ian's when I turned up a long time ago. Hello, mate.
Good to see you now, and it was good to see you back in 1998.
So, Stevie, tell me a little bit about what you do here at Hamilton.
Right, well, I am the Head of Rugby Development, which at the moment is mainly focused on the men's side of things, so focus on really getting the men's side of rugby back up to scratch where it should be, even though I will have other remit as well, including the women, but that's for another day. Still got to learn my way through that, but my main focus is really trying to get the men's team up the league and get bodies on the pitch, to be honest with you, Tim.
Yeah, good stuff. And talking of the pitch, look at that playing surface. That is absolutely remarkable. How do you get a playing surface like that, mate?
We have two very, very committed groundsmen who are very strict in everything that can happen on their pitches, and never really happy when we train or play on them. I think we stayed off them all the time, but they commit so many hours. They are members of the club and are just fully committed to really making it the best it could possibly be for everybody, and they take a lot of pride in it. As
Before we go inside and have a look at the changing rooms, let's have a look at this. Now, as I think most people know, most rugby people, the vast majority, are very upstanding human beings. But I have never ever got a problem with people being reminded just of, what's expected at rugby clubs. So just tell me a little bit about this sign, Stevie, and what it means.
Yeah, again, it's there. It's an educational tool as well. It's aimed at everyone, whether it's a Saturday with a senior team, to try and remind people that there's a certain level of behaviour, but also for parents when they come and watch the youth. There are crossovers from different sports, let's say at youth level, so there may be a different standard here when you're watching a game of rugby than would be if you're watching a different sport. But we take that quite seriously.
Yeah, never a problem with it doing a quick reminder, I don't think. So let's go into the changing rooms, yeah? We're going to go down here. Now, as we're walking down, I've got to tell you that my first ever try for Old Cold Fields. This man passed me the ball. Thanks, Steve. You go first, mate. Well, it's
You're better memory than me.
the picture is still on my parents' mantelpiece.
Oh, right, that's
Very
why you
true.
look like.
Yeah. Okay, so we are here. This is obviously the tunnel, and I can show the people all these photos on the wall here. Now, having photos on the wall isn't unusual, but something about the way you're doing this is. So tell the people what that is.
Yeah, it's a new thing for this season. Just for the guys on a Saturday. So these are 1 to 19 for tomorrow's home game, and so we just update them for every home game for whoever's been selected, just so when they're standing in this tunnel before they go onto the pitch and when they're coming in and out, they've just got one of their action shots that hopefully bring back good memories for when they've been playing. Just gives them a little bit of a buzz, and the players seem to like it, so it's all good at the moment.
Yeah, I definitely think I'd have loved that as a player as well. Now, just these photos are amazing. So how do you get such good photos?
Yeah, Neil Mitchell, who comes to every game and watches most games, whether it's first or seconds, he will take photos very professionally, as you can see, and he'll always post up the next day or that evening. Download them onto the Facebook page so the guys can download them. You'll see a lot of new photos and new images on their Facebook pages straight after the games when the good ones come out. But yeah, again, the boys love it. Boys love Neil because he makes a big effort to come down and take the photos. And as you say, a very, very good quality. And it doesn't matter first or seconds, he'll come and do it. And it's a good buzz for the boys, and everyone likes seeing it.
Yeah, well done, Neil. On behalf of these players, it's something I would have loved as well. So keep it going. Okay, let's wander through. Where are we going to go next? Oh yeah, into here. Into the home changing room.
Yeah, first thing forwards changing room, your title changing room too.
Yeah, this would have been me. So let's just, I'll start with this. We talked about Pepsi upstairs, Mr. Maxton. So why has he got that on the wall? And tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is a new thing a few years ago. He's the only one up there at the moment, but we just wanted to commemorate guys who have really put in a long shift.
Appearances for the ones. How do you know that?
Yeah, it's a painstaking job that was, but it was about 2015 I decided to get all the team sheets going back to 2000 and working out all the appearances for everyone who's ever represented Hamilton first team, and coming up with a list of everyone past and present from that date and how many appearances I've had. And again, I think it's just something nice for the players to know how many appearances they've made. So we now, when they reach 50, that's the
here we go. Okay, so so if they get 50 appearances,
so 50 appearances, they get a tie, and then next landmark's 100, where they get a cap in the club colours, nice flat cap, and then 150 to get a tankard to commemorate that day with what fixture it was and the date on it, and obviously their name. And at 200, they're supposed to get a blazer. We have not quite got the design of the blazer sorted yet, so there's a few people still waiting for their blazer, but hopefully by the end of this season we'll have that dealt with and sorted out.
Waiting patiently, yeah?
Not really patiently, but they're waiting, yeah.
Okay, so what are your hopes for this season?
Hopes for this season? Coming back, having finished in the bottom half of this league for the last few years, really we try to be realistic, and I've really set a target of finishing the top half. Top half, because of the reorganisation of the league this year, means survival. 5 teams get relegated, so above everything else, we want to retain our status in the top 30 clubs in Scotland. Deep down, you want to be higher. So, yeah, I would like to be back. I think we should be competing in the top 4 in this league every year. And if you're in the top 4, then you're never too far away from that promotion. But right now, that's the aim. If we can go on straight away from that, then great. But I certainly want to be back up into National 1 again within at least a year to 2 years, I would say.
Okay.
I don't want to be too greedy with it.
Ambitious though, ambitious for sure. Now, is there anything else you want to say about like Hamilton Rugby Club or anything else at all before we close this one up?
I'm just so pleased to be back. I've been away for a few years, so it's just really exciting. This is all new to me again, so it's just great to be part of the club. I came back really because for the guys. I really think we've got a good group of guys, not just first but second team as well. and I'm just looking forward to growing it, growing the first and seconds, and then getting involved with the ladies team and hopefully grow that as well.
Yeah, fabulous. Now, Stevie has kindly put me up for this evening, and I've heard you've got a hot tub, is that
I
right?
do have hot tub, yeah. I was just getting up to temperature for you when I left, so...
Yes. Okay, thank you very much, mate. I'll see you in a second. Thanks for your time. That is Hamilton Rugby Club here, and it's a fabulous place. I mean, look at the clubhouse up there behind, the balcony, the terrace, and the incredible pitch. Sun's just going down over the side there. Temperature is dropping fast. I can't wait to get in that hot tub. So this is the end of day 10 of the Great Rugger Run. Still 15 days to go, but we're making progress as always in aid of the My Name's Doddy Foundation, trying to get a world free of MND. So if you can share some money, please do. You can find out everything at thegreatruggerrun.org. And if you can't share any money, I understand times are tight. Please share this content, make a noise about it, make sure that MND is on the front of everybody's mind, because it's an awful disease and we want to try and get rid of it if we can. I'm off to get in that hot tub now, so hopefully my legs feel a little bit fresher tomorrow. See you then.